Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Hope Speaks. This is Dania Esperanza. Esperanza means hope. Today I am getting ready to go to the beach with my son's girlfriend. We're going to spend a day there, have lunch, and my intention is to do some spiritual baths in the water and take in the ocean waves and have them pull away negative energy and to recharge with the sun and all of those great things that you get from being in the outdoors. Yesterday, I recorded a couple of videos and put them up when it came to witchcraft, and I'd like to talk about salt water and how helpful it is to our bodies when we go out into the ocean and we go into the water, obviously in a safe area where the waves are not too strong and you don't want to go too deep. You want to be able to know how to swim and take care of yourself, of course, always safety first. But when you go out into the ocean water with the salt and the waves, you can meditate and you can feel like the energy, the negative energy being pulled away from you, especially if you set your mind to it and you believe that the energy of God or the universe or your higher self is spiritually filling you up and then pulling away the negative and filling you up the positive. It will be that way. It will manifest. You will feel better and you'll sleep better. You'll feel better the next day. Some places, it's like here where I live in New England, they have spas that have mineral baths, jacuzzis that have the Epsom salt or even the Himalayan pink salt in it, and the hot jets make it like bubble up and it just circulates through the water. And when you walk into this water and you have all of these crystals going through your body, you feel better and it is healing. You can research about it and how they work. You can look into your local areas to see if you have a spa that has it. Some of them go between $70 to $80 for a couple of hours of the water therapy. They also have saunas with infrared light that's also very healing. There is a place nearby where I live that's called Urban Sweat, and it has a bunch of different saunas. So each one has healing. One of them is eucalyptus. Another one is salt grotto room. It's all full of salt from top to bottom. They also have charcoal and even turmeric room. These rooms are all getting hot and you kind of feel the heat, and it heals pretty much many of your organs, if not all of them, and it just makes you feel good. And this particular place is only like $60 and you can stay pretty much for 4 or 5 the whole afternoon. And they also have specials that it's happy hours, so certain days you only pay 40 or 50, something like that. I forgot because I need to go back. It's been a little bit, but these are all healing to your body. And when you feel like other people are working against you, it's important to guard yourself. Like I said, there are crystals that can feel grounding. The dark ones, which are the black ones, are the more healing ones. And I read a list of the stones that happen to have healing and protective powers. You can buy jewelry that have these particular healing crystals and wear the jewelry. The jewelry should be cleansed with smokeless sage periodically because the stones do pick up the energy of other people and other negative things. So you just spray it like that and it even smells good, it feels good, and then you just cleanse them. And after you cleanse them, you can charge them back up again and even say like a prayer and ask for them to continue to protect you and make you feel good. And these are pretty much stones that were made from God on earth here for us to enjoy and beautify ourselves and also feel the healing from them. There is in the Bible a prayer that is Psalms 23, which is one of my favorites, and I get downloads. What most people call downloads is usually like messages from spirit, source, from God, And today the message was to read for my viewers Psalms 23, and author Dyer's Reprogramming of the Subconscious Mind. So I'm going to read Psalms 23 first. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me lay down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths. For his name's sake, even though I walk through the darkest valley, I fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. This particular prayer is the one prayer that kept me together, because when I felt, as an empath, I know when things are being thrown my way. I can feel it, and sometimes I can even know who the people who are throwing this negative energy my way. And the way that I felt that I could protect myself and feel closer to God, closer to Spirit, knowing that I was protected, was this particular prayer. This prayer was with me through and through. When I called my mom and I showed her the picture of the witchcraft that was done against me, and I told her about the business and how I found other things inside plants that were in my business, and all kinds of things that were said to me by people who would just out of the blue walk into my salon and say, I feel like there's something negative going on here. I would always come back to this. This is where the download came from all the time. The Lord was like, Dania, don't worry about it. I got you. I got you. All these things are happening because we deal with evil forces on earth. There are people who have jealousy, envy, and negative emotions that will affect us. And I will share a really important story about one of my dear clients who lived out of state, and she was young. She landed an amazing job in New York City. She was going to be making a lot of money, and she had a great family that were very happy and very supportive. She had one sister who, at the time of her receiving this great job, was pregnant. And the sister always told her how happy she was for her and how proud of her she was. Move forward, years later, the job crumbled. She had a nervous breakdown. She had to let go of the position, and all kinds of terrible things happened. She came back home, and they happen to be Italian, and they have, their Catholic beliefs, but they also know that we're working with evil forces, and people wish negative things upon each other. I'm sorry, I have a little hair that's tickling me on my lip. So, moving on. She was very concerned about her life going left instead of going right, and she didn't understand why. So her mother asked her to check and see if she had the evil eye cursed on her. And she was like, the evil eye? I don't know anybody who would throw the evil eye my way. Her mom did this egg thing. It's called, I guess she checked to see if she had the evil eye. You take an egg, you roll it all around your body, you take a cup of water, you crack it open, and dependent on the bubbles and certain things, you have to kind of figure it out, because I've never done it to myself, so I have no idea how it really works. I just told you the idea that I have, but it's important to have it done by a professional, someone who knows about this, or someone maybe like a mother or a grandmother in your family. But I don't recommend to go to a tarot card reader or those sorcerers, because if they're not reputable enough, or they're not a good light, they could be trying to tell you that they're going to cleanse you and they're going to charge you thousands of dollars when it's something you could possibly do yourself. However, there's some kind of a danger to it, because once you take the egg and you crack it open, if you're doing it to yourself, you cannot look above inside the cup, the glass. You have to look up like this. You cannot look inside, because then all of the bad goes back, something like that. So that's why I think it's something that should be done by someone who is in your family, who is an elderly, who wishes you the best and who knows how to do it. Or if you do it yourself, you have to really find out what are the things that they say not to do in order to do it productively and for it not to backfire on you. But since it's something I haven't done, I can't give you step-by-step instructions, but you can find out how to do cleansing of the evil eye. So with this particular person, her mom checked and she had the evil eye. Her mother did the cleansing that she needed to do. The evil eye went away, and she proceeded to find a different position, and she even took a break and did some healing with traveling, and it was amazing. When she actually took that break, she came back and told me all the great adventures that she had. So that stopping of her career actually led her to a spiritual path where she traveled and she found herself again. It was almost like a eat, pray, love type of vacation, and she went away for a certain amount of months or long weeks, so she was able to really enjoy and fall in love with herself. So that was very spiritual. But the sister came back to her and said to her one day, I know it was me who gave you the evil eye. And these are two very loving sisters who I know that they don't mean any harm upon each other. And when my client told me that her sister called her up and said, I'm the one who gave you the evil eye, I was in shock. She was more shocked than I was shocked. So she proceeded to explain that her sister told her that when she was getting ready for this venture, and she was traveling to New York for this new job, she felt jealousy and envy. She happened to be pregnant. She was having issues with her husband, arguing and having those pains of getting along while being pregnant, and also feeling your own body. And then here's your sister, she's young, she's getting a job, she's going away. So she felt a level of jealousy and envy towards her that the sister believed contributed to this evil eye to manifest within, and for her job to be sabotaged later on. So that is example of an innocent way of how someone can project some really toxic energy upon a person without even realizing it, and how that toxic energy can be sent to that person, and then for it to manifest in a way that things ended up shifting in that career later on, and it dissolved and it wasn't productive and fruitful, which can cause family anger and resentment and all that kind of stuff. But when you look at the big picture and you realize that when the job didn't go right, it ended, but she ended up having a spiritual awakening and a trip that really brought her to an enlightenment stage. So it became a win-win. However, that's one of the prayers that can be read over and over and over again. And just like, I wanted to tattoo it on myself, just the part that says, even though I walk through the darkest valley, I fear no evil. For you are with me, for your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Just that sentence I wanted to tattoo on me, because I literally had it coming back into my mind every single time I felt afraid. Every time I felt like I could feel energies trying to confuse me, trying to sabotage me, trying to sabotage my spiritual growth. And psyche sabotage was something that I really did feel. I had it happening around me, and it was really toxic, but that was the one thing that helped me the most. Then there is another prayer that is by Dr. Wayne Dyer, which is on his channel, and you can listen to it at night. It's called the Reprograming of the Subconscious Mind. This man has passed on, and now we have all his books free for us to listen to and even download on YouTube. The audios are all there, and I hope that everyone does enjoy the free audios by Dr. Rick. I always say Dr. Rick Hansen. That's another amazing one, but this is Wayne Dyer. And I'm going to read it out. I know that I am pure spirit, that I always have been, and that I always will be. There is inside me a place of confidence, quietness, and security, where all things are known and understood. This is the universal mind God, of which I am part, and which responds to me as I ask of it. This universal mind knows the answer to all of my problems, and even now the answers are speeding their way to me. I needn't struggle for them. I needn't worry or strive for them. When the time comes, the answers will be there. I give my problems to the great mind of God. I let go of them, confident that the correct answers will return to me when they are needed. Through the great law of attraction, everything in life that I need for my work and fulfillment will come to me. It is not necessary that I strain about this, only believe. For in strength of my belief, my faith will make it so. I see the hand of divine intelligence all about me, in the flower, in the tree, the brook, the meadow. I know that intelligence that create all these things is in me and around me, and that I can call upon it for my slightest need. I know my body is a manifestation of pure spirit, and the spirit is perfect. Therefore, my body is perfect too also. I enjoy life for each day brings a constant demonstration of the power and wonder of the universe and myself. I am confident, I am serene, no matter what obstacles or undesirable circumstances crosses my path, I refuse to accept it, for it is nothing but illusion. There can be no obstacle or undesirable consequences to the mind of God, which is with me, around me, and serves me now. This last paragraph, pretty much the whole thing, but the last paragraph is so strong when it comes to protection that you should repeat it. And this is I'm gonna put it on my description box so you can listen to him, because he does such a much better job than I just did. But this was something that I had recorded, and I put it in a loop so that I can have my children listen to it at night and reprogram their subconscious mind, because as I explained before, how we go from 0 to 7, and our subconscious needs to be reprogrammed, and that's when it's programmed for who they are going to be. But we have no idea that this is happening. So our children listen to things they shouldn't listen to. We say things that we shouldn't say in front of them. They see things that they shouldn't see, and then we don't realize how it's going to affect them in the future. Same thing with us. It happened to us with our grandparents and our parents, and all of our ancestors. So this is the way you can break ancestral curses, because it's just our DNA being passed on, our negative thinking patterns being passed on from an ancestor to another ancestor. So by breaking those negative thinking patterns and start thinking more positive and understand that shit happens, we're gonna have problems, we're gonna have issues, but how do we work through that? So these are the great things that I wanted to share in this video today. But now I am gonna get ready and grab my beach bag and make some sandwiches and go have some beach fun. We're getting to the end of the summer, so it's nice to take in that sun, that vitamin D. And I hope you guys have a great one. Thank you for being here.